Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial series for Bohemian Rhapsody, arranged by Alip Ba Ta. And to play this arrangement, you are going to need your capo and you will need your guitar, which is going to be in standard tuning. Now the difficulty for this one is like say medium to fairly difficult, but so this is the most recent one that we're the one who's wearing a blue shirt and white shorts. And we're going to learn this version, the transcription that I made. And there are certain sort of quirky ways that Alip Ba Ta does that I've never seen any other guitarist do. So I'll show you what he does and I'll give you some workarounds if you're not able to do exactly what he's doing in this video. So without further ado, we're going to get started with the introduction. We're going to get started by placing our capo on the first fret. Your guitar should be in standard tuning, E, A, D, G, B, E. So your capo is going to go onto the first fret. And we are going to start off by playing this part. Etc. So we're going to start off by placing our fourth finger into the 12th fret. We've got our second and third fingers in the 11th fret, and that's on the 4th and on the 3rd string. And then our first finger is going to be in the 2nd string on the 10th fret. Now, because you have your capo and your fingers are all the way down here, it's probably worth thinking of it as what it would be without the capo, say 13, 12, and 11, just in this particular case. But I will be referring to all the fret numbers as per the capo, so +1 for anything that didn't have the capo. I hope that makes sense. So we're 13, 12, and 11 if they didn't have the capo, but in this case it's going to be 12, 11, and 10. Okay, so someone pointed out that is this the real life? Technically it's only supposed to be that, but Alip Ba Ta adds in an extra note, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 individual notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I take off the one, I do what is the original words, but feel free to add in the extra note if you'd like to as well, if you want to do exactly what the arrangement is. Okay, so we end up here. This is 4, 2, 4, and 5. So 4th fret, 4th string, and then 3rd string, 2nd fret, 2nd string, 4th fret, and then the 1st string at the 5th fret. So you're going to brush down, brush back up, only doing the 2nd and the 1st strings. Move your 3rd finger into the 5th fret, and you're going to have at the 2nd and 1st strings, pluck those together. Then you're going to do this. So this is something typical that Alip Ba Ta and also Tommy Emmanuel do. You pluck the 2nd and the 1st strings. You're going to have your pinky finger at the 5th fret, and then your 1st finger in the 2nd fret on the 2nd string. Hammer into the 4th fret, slide into the 5th, slide back into the 4th, and then you're going to pull off. So 2, 4, slide to 5, slide back to 4, and then pull off. Okay, so practice doing this without the pinky finger to get it clean, and then add your pinky finger in after that. After you've done that, you play this chord. This is 0, 1, and 2, 5th, 4th, and 2nd strings. Pluck those together, 5th, 4th, and 3rd strings, sorry. Okay, after that you're going to go into this E7 chord. Now this is the C7 shape, moved all the way up into the 7th fret. So this is 7th fret on the 5th string, 7, 6, 7, and then 5. 5 on the 2nd string. So swipe down on all of the strings. After that, you're going to pluck the 4th, 3rd, 1st, and 2nd strings together. Twice. After that, you're going to move into this shape, which is like an A shape. So you've got your fingers in the 7th fret on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. And then you're going to have your 1st finger on the 1st string, 5th fret. So again, brush down on that chord, and then go into this chord, which is the dominant 7th chord. So you've got a small bar at the 4th fret, your third finger is in the fourth string on the sixth fret, and your second finger is on the second string at the fifth fret. In this case, there's kind of like an extra beat added to it, and I'm not sure why, but you can either do a full bar, or what I do is at the extra beat I add in that note. So this goes in this measure like this. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the fifth beat you're going to place your second and third fingers in the fifth, sixth, and the fifth strings, and then you basically slide up from 4 or 5, but you can also slide all the way up from 2, depending on how big of a slide that you want. So you're going to slide into the 7th fret whilst playing both the 6th and the 5th strings at the same time. And then after that you play just the 5th string. So one more time, that's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5. Okay, after that we're going to do this slide. So we're going to slide from either 6 and 7, but I'm not too precise. All I want to do is I want to end up at 9 and 10. So again, this you might want to think of it as 10 and 11, up to you. So I'm going to place my second and my third fingers 1 fret apart on the third and on the second string, and I'm going to aim to end up here at the, it's supposed to be 9 and 10. So I play like that. I play the fifth, third, and second strings all at the same time while sliding. And then after that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a major shape, which involves placing my first finger underneath my second finger like this. I call this an inversion because normally this would be like the minor shape and the major shape would look like this. So I place my first finger, my index finger, underneath my middle finger. So I've slid and then place it underneath. The reason why you want this shape, because you need to slide into 11, 12, and 10, which is like this, 11, 12, and 10, from that shape that you just did. So like that, you want to keep those fingers on the same string. Okay, so once you've slid into 11, 12, and 10, then you go back to 9, 10, and 9, which was like this, your inversion shape. So you're going to practice widening as you slide into, what is it, 11, 12, and 10. You widen and then you shrink. So sliding, it would be like this, 1 and 2 and, okay. Once you've done that, then after that you're going to do this. Okay, so this is straightforward. This is 9, 7, and 7. 7 and 7 is a small bar. So you pluck the fourth, third, and second strings together. And then you pluck the fourth, third, and second strings, but you go to 7, 6, and 5, widening your fingers like this. Now, the trick to get this is from here to here. Notice that this is still the same fret. Sometimes when I end up going too far away, it's because I don't calculate the distance from the previous chord to the next chord. This chord here to here, there is no real, I mean, there's a distance of 2 frets, but notice that this finger takes over from the same fret that this finger was in. So that might help you in orienting your hand when you're doing this. Hopefully it helps you. Especially when I put the capo on, it messes me up sometimes for my orientation where I am on the neck of the guitar. Okay, so we've done this. Then you're going to add another extra beat in where you're going to play this note on the 4th fret, 6th string. Okay, after that we're going to play F sharp minor. So F sharp minor, you should know this bar shape, and then these 2 fingers in the 4th fret on the 5th and on the 4th strings, F sharp minor. So we go and we do this, down on the first beat, pluck up on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 8th notes. So 1 and 2 and on the 3rd beat we're going to play, so that's thumb, index on the 4th, ring on the 1st, and then index middle. So 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Okay, great. Next we're going to go into A7. Okay, so this is what we need to do. First, we're going to hammer our 3rd finger into the 2nd fret on the 2nd string in the A7 shape. So play that. On the 2nd half of that beat, rake up with your finger, hammer into the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, pluck the 4th string, and then your pinky finger is going to go into the 4th fret on the 2nd string, and you're going to play the 3rd and 2nd strings together, slide from 4 to 5. place a small bar now on the 4th and 3rd strings in the 2nd fret, and you only need to bar those 2 strings. And your 3rd finger is going to go on the 5th string and the 4th fret. So you play 5, 4, and 3, and then you play the open 5th string. Okay, now you need to do this. So slide from 4 and 6 to 7 and 5. This is where you're going to end up. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Okay, once you've gotten to here, you're going to do this. Pluck the 4th string. Place your 2nd finger now in the 7th fret on the 3rd string. So you pluck 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and then 1st strings. Then you're going to slide this entire shape up to 12 and 10. And then that's what you're going to pluck. You're going to pluck the 3rd and 2nd strings together, and then the 1st string together. Okay, so that's... Take as long as you want with the slide. If you want more of a slidey sound, up to you. Okay, then once you've done that, this is the 10th fret, and I want to put my 3rd and my 4th fingers in the 10th fret on the 2nd and on the 1st strings. So I'm going to pluck those, the 6th and the 2nd strings, and the 1st string after that. So, great. Next, all right, so B minor, we, of course, strum down on the 1st beat. Then after that, we're going to play the 3rd and 2nd strings together. Okay, so in this case, you can release the pressure on the other fingers because you won't need it as much. But it's going to be 1 and 2. On the 2nd half of the 2nd beat, you're going to release the bar, and you're going to play something like this, sliding from 6 to 7 with the 2nd and 3rd fingers. So on the 3rd and 2nd strings, you slide. Then you pluck the 6th string, having this time just your 1st finger on the 6th string at the 7th fret. And then you're going to pluck the 3rd and 2nd strings together, again sliding from 6 to 7. Oops. And then you're going to keep your 2nd and 3rd fingers here in the 7th fret, and your pinky finger is going to go from 8 to 9 as you pluck the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings together. Okay, so that's over here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, cool. Next we're going to get our E7 shape, which is like the C7 shape up here that we saw just before. 7, 6, 7, and 5. Okay, so brush down on those. Then play the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings together. Okay, now you're going to slide from 4 to 6, which is here, to 5 and 7, very quickly. And then after that, you're going to go back to 5 and 4, still on the 2nd and the 1st strings. And then slide down 2 frets each. So this ends you up at 3 and 2. And then your 2nd finger stays on the 2nd string as you move your 3rd finger over into the 3rd string on the 4th fret. Right? 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Okay, so on our last and, 4, and, simply plucking the 4th string, 2nd fret, and then 4th fret on E, and then F sharp. Okay, we're going to move up into 6 and 8. So you play the 6th and the 4th strings together, playing 6 and 8. And then after that, you move back to 5 and 7. So this is 1 and 2. Next, place your bar and play this. So this is the bar major shape. So this is going to be 6, 5 on the 4th string and on the 3rd string, and then your bar at the 4th fret. So pluck the 4th, 6th, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings together, and then move up 1 fret, like that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty straightforward. Okay, now once you've done this, you're going to go all the way up to here. Ooh, yeah, like this. Okay, so I think of this as the D major shape because it's the triangle shape, and then you need 1 finger here back at the 8th fret. Again, think of it without the capo on so you don't make mistakes, and then this is going to be the 9th fret. So D major shape here with these other fingers, okay, 10, 11, and 10, and then back at the 8th fret for this. So we pluck those, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings together. 1 and 2, sliding everything back 1 fret. Now reconfigure your fingers for for this dominant 7th shape, which is like the D7 shape, the triangle in the other direction, and then you are going to have, in this case, 6, 8, 7, and 8. So pluck the 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings together, then pluck just with the fingers, and then move up 1 fret each, 7, 9, 8, and 9, and play that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Move into D major here. So play the 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings together. Then play the 3rd string, and then play the 2nd and 1st strings together. So 1 and 2 and. Okay, the next part is like this, which is tricky. What you can see I did is I slid from 5 to 7 back into 5, and when I got back into the 5th fret, I simultaneously put my 3rd finger on the 5th string at the 4th fret and plucked that, okay? So it involves timing your slide as well as your thumb note. And sliding the correct distance. Sometimes I only slide 1 fret, but technically it's supposed to be 2 frets. Fun. Okay, I got it that time. You pluck the 5th, and after that you pluck the 4th string. Now you're going to slide from 4 to 5 all the way to 9 and the 10, which is going to be, because 9 and 10, because of the capo, it's going to be all the way up here. So, like that. All the way up to there. You always look at your destination, and so you need to be looking at the right spot to get the destination correct. Then after that, we're going to play this diminished chord. So because we don't see this shape very often, it might require some extra work for you to memorize this chord shape, but it's a triangle down here. This is going to be 3, 4, 5, and 4, going from the 5th to the 2nd string. So strum those down with your finger, and then pluck the strings after that 4 times. 1 and 2 and. Okay, then after we're going to go into an E major shape. You're going to pluck the 5th and the 1st strings at the same time. Then after that, you're going to pluck the 4th and then the 3rd string, and then you go into a D major shape and slide into the 4th and the 5th frets, like that. So pluck the 6th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings together and slide. Then after that, you're going to get some octave harmonics, which are at the 12th fret, regular natural harmonics, and then after that, we're going to get into do the verse. So that was our introduction. For those who are new here, my name is Brett Vachon, and if this is your first time landing on this channel, I do fingerstyle guitar tutorials for fingerstyle guitarists, particularly for Sung Hajang, but I do branch out. Like for this one, we are doing Alip Ba Ta today. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and do make sure that you give a thumbs up if you are liking these long form deep dive tutorials. Right, let's continue on. Okay, so we're going to do the verse now, and we're going to get started with this part. On. You may have heard me play this in my comparison between nylon and steel string guitar videos. The link for that video will be in the description. Alright, so we are going to start off by doing some harmonics. Both the harp harmonics that you'll have to do with your right hand and harmonics that you will need to do with your left hand. I have another video talking about harmonics, the difference between these harmonics and these harmonics on my channel. You can check that out if that's something that interests you. Alright, so we start off with our pickup, which is going to be a sliding note from the 7th, well, you can think of it the 7th fret, but it's technically the 6th to the 7th fret on the 4th string. I like to slide with my 3rd finger because it's more secure, but technically you're going to need the shape. So you should probably slide with your pinky finger, sliding from 6 to 7 on the 4th string. Okay, so place your A bar chord shape, or power chord shape if you will. So 5, 7, 7, and then your middle finger is going to be into the 6th fret on the 3rd string. Okay, so you pluck the 6th and the 4th strings together at the same time. Then after that, you're going to play the 5th string. You're going to rake down on the 4th and on the 3rd strings, and then you're going to pluck the 3rd string by itself. So that's 1 and 2 and... Alright, then after that you need to do these harmonics. There's 2 harmonics at the 19th fret. The 19th fret is, because of your capo, moved up 1 to the 20th fret. If you're not sure, you want this note, and then you want this note. So you can play those notes, and then you will be able to find the harmonic which is on top of the fret of those notes. Okay, so you're going to do those harp harmonics, placing your finger on the node of that fret and plucking the string with your finger just behind it. Again, watch my harmonic tutorial video if you're not sure how to do this. But these are 2 harmonics in the 19th fret, on the 2nd and then on the 4th strings. After that, you're going to get a harmonic at the 12th fret, which is helpfully moved up 1 fret due to the capo. So think of fret 13 if you will, but it's just a natural harmonic that you're going to get with your pinky finger on its own. Then after that you play the 6th string by itself. So you do that again, 1 and 2 and 3, and on the last beat you're going to pluck the 6th and the 1st strings together, getting that harmonic note. Alright, now we get started with our theme. So this is 5 and 6. Now, on the first one, I'm going to add a bass note in, but I'm not 100% sure if there's a bass note. You'll see why in the next measure. So we're going to pluck the 5th, 3rd, and these 2nd strings together. This is 6 and this is 5, and then you're going to quickly move from 4 to 5 to 5 to 6. So like this. So 1 and. Then after that you place your 3rd finger on the 7th fret on the 4th string, and then after that you play the 3rd string after that. So 1 and 2 and. After that you're going to get your 2 octave, well I guess octave and a 5th at the 19th fret harmonics. And to get these to sound, you need to remove your left hand fingers, because if you keep your chord, you won't get anything. You'll just get dead ghost notes that won't sound very good. Okay, so remove your fingers to do that. Like that. Then after that, you're going to get your octave harmonic at the 12th fret and pluck the 6th and the 1st strings at the same time. Okay, then after that, you're going to go all the way into 1st position. This is the 2nd fret on the 3rd string. Helpfully, you're going to pluck that with your index finger. Then after that, you're going to do this. The first time around, you're only going to pluck the 6th, 3rd, and 2nd strings, but you can probably get away with plucking just the 6th and the 2nd strings. It's a little bit difficult to hear in the recording exactly if it's all of those strings or just 2 of those. I'm not too sure. Anyways, so you're going to hammer on from 0 to 2 and also 1 to 2. You hammer on a double hammer on in the 2nd fret on the 3rd and on the 2nd strings. And then after that you pluck the 2nd string, and then you pluck the 3rd string. 1, 2, that's the one. Okay, then after that, this is where you need to do a harmonic at the 21st fret, and the 21st fret, because of the capo, is going to be off the fretboard for me. But you're going to do an artificial harmonic in this case, where you stop the node with your pinky finger, and then you pluck the node, you stop the string with your pinky finger, then you pluck the node with your index finger. Okay, so 1, 2, and then pluck the octave harmonic, or sorry, the octave 5th on a harmonic at the same time as you pluck the 6th string. So 6th and 2nd strings at the same time. Then after that, you're going to pluck the 19th fret, so remove your chord, pluck the 19th fret at the 4th string, and then pluck the 6th and the 2nd strings at the same time. The train that goes by. And then after that, you're going to tap into the 2nd fret on the 2nd string. Okay, so this involves some removal and then replacing of the note on the 2nd string at the 2nd fret, if you've probably noticed that. So you have this, the harmonic, and then you have plucking those 6th and 2nd strings at the same time. Then after, tap into the 2nd fret, like I said. Alright, now we're going to move into B minor. This B minor shape, you can leave the 1st string because you need the 1st string open. So roll this, or strum down, roll the 5th, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings together. Then after that, you're going to play the 1st, 2nd, pull off into the 2nd fret. So this is where you're going to collapse into the bar shape. and then you're going to play the note that's on the third string. So, like that. 1, 2, and. Okay, so here you're going to have to play a very high note on the 21st fret, barring with your index finger, so you're going to get that note. Be very accurate because it doesn't sound very loud, unfortunately. And then after that, you're going to play the 4th string. Then after, you're going to play the 6th and the 3rd strings together. So make sure that your bar covers all 6 strings. And then after that, you're going to play the 2nd string with this note sounding through. So you don't have any finger on the 2nd string except for the bar. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Now roll your B minor chord again. Then plays the 1st string open, the 2nd string, and then you're going to do this, sliding from 6 to 4 to 6 on the 3rd string. You can use several fingers if you need to slide because it's a quick slide like that. So, and then after that, you're going to pluck the 6th and the 2nd strings together, and then you're going to play, placing your fingers on this dominant 7th shape, the triangle shape, which is at 2, 4, 3, and 4. So pluck the 6th and the 2nd strings, like I said, open, and then it's 4th, 3rd, and then 2nd and 1st at the same time. Moving on, we are going to now go back and start off the verse like we just did. We pluck the 5th string, the 3rd, and the 2nd strings. 5 and 4 to 6 and 5 very quickly. And like I said, you can pluck the 5th string, so I'm not sure, like the first time that we did this, where we just did this, I'm not sure if it's just, but I prefer. Anyways, so we're going to pluck, like I said, the 5th, 3rd, and 2nd strings, and do the grace notes twice. Place your 3rd finger on the 4th string, and then play this, 4th and then 3rd strings. Play the 2 harmonics at the 19th fret. Then you're going to go into barring in the 4th fret, and you're going to place a bar with, because of the capo, this is 5. This also kind of confused me anyways, but so you're going to pluck the 6th and the 3rd strings together, and you're going to hammer from 4 to 6, and then you're going to place your middle finger on the 5th fret on the 2nd string and play that, like that. Now, as you need to get into here, F sharp minor after that, you can release your bar as soon as you pluck this note on the 2nd string at the 5th fret. Okay, so we play this, 6, 3, 2, and 1. Hammer into the 4th fret, and then play the 1st string with your bar, and then place your 3rd finger into the 4th string, 4th fret, and pluck those from the 4th to the 1st strings. Then after that, you're going to pluck the 3rd string, and you're going to reach over and do a harmonic at the 21st fret on the 2nd string, keeping your bar, and then pluck the 4th string, which is got your 3rd finger here. And at this point, this is where you're going to release the bar, because you're going to play the 6th and the 2nd string with this at the 19th fret harmonic. Alright, so that's 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And then you replace your bar shape because you're going to need to play the note that is on the 1st string at the 2nd fret. Okay, after that we're going to slide from 4 to 5 very quickly with the pinky finger as you pluck this note, which is the 5th string 2nd fret. Okay, so sliding from 4 to 5 very quickly. Place your 3rd finger on the 4th string 4th fret, and then this chord here is a B minor 7 chord, so you're going to place your 2nd finger on the 2nd string at the 3rd fret and brush down from the 3rd string down to the 1st string. So 1 and 2 and alright, now this next one is this shape, which is a little tricky because you have to spread out your fingers, and it's the weaker fingers that you have. You've got your 3rd finger on the 6th fret, your pinky finger on the 7th fret, and then your 2nd finger on the 5th fret on the 1st string. And you're going to pluck the 6th, 3rd, and 1st strings together. And then you're going to get this note, which is in the second string of the third fret, so like this. Okay, and then the first finger is going to slide quickly from 3 to 2, and then you're going to hammer into the third, and then you're going to pull off. And then you're going to place your third and your fourth fingers into the sixth and into the third strings and pluck those at the same time. Pluck it immediately after that, pluck the third string again. Okay, so that gives us 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1. Okay, once you've gone this, you're going to brush down, having your index finger in the fourth string on the second fret, and you can mute the fifth string if you would with your third finger. So brush down like that, then pluck the fourth string by itself. Then after that, your third finger is going to go back 1 fret into the third fret, and then you're going to pluck the sixth, fourth, third, and second strings. Pluck the sixth string again, and then you're going to get 2 octaves where you strum down, up, down. Okay, this is the second fret, and this is the fourth fret. Okay, so that's going to lead us into the second half of our verse. If you like this long form tutorial, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you like the video, and if you want more tutorials like this in the future that are completely free on this channel, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell. I think that still works. So let's get on with the tutorial. The next half of the verse, which is a part which we're going to repeat, is going to go like this. Okay, so we start off by doing a full D major chord with our thumb over, curling over if you like. And you're going to play the first string open and then immediately hammer in to the second fret and replace your D chord. So you have, on the second beat, you're going to do a percussive slap, pluck the fifth string, brush down on the fourth and on the third strings, play the fifth string by itself. Then you're going to get this chord. Okay, so this is technically an A major shape where you're going to bend up, mute the second string, because all you need barred are the fourth and on the third strings. And your third finger is going to be into the fourth fret on the fifth string. So brush down, playing 5, 4, 3, and then the open string. Then after you're going to play the first string, which is going to do from 2 to 3 back into 2. And when you go back into 2, this is where you pluck the fifth string, like that. So you have, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, then after that, we're going to do our B minor shape, brush down on that, and then play the sixth string where you're going to slide from 2 to 7. Now, when you go from to the 7th fret, you're going to make sure that your second finger is the one here on the 6th string at the 7th fret. Then after that, you're going to hit down on, or just brush down quickly on the 4th, 3rd, and on the 2nd strings. And your 3rd finger and your 4th finger are going to be in the 7th fret on the 3rd and on the 2nd strings respectively. Then after that, you're going to release your 3rd finger and place your 1st finger on the 1st string in the 5th fret. And play like that. Okay, and then after that you're going to play like this. So as you can see, I've swapped out my 3rd finger for where my 4th finger was, and this is sliding quickly from 7 to 7 and 6 to 8 and 7. Ooh. Sliding 1 fret quickly up into 8 and 7. Then I move back into 5 and 7. I percussively slap down and brush. Now, here's the particularity what Alip Ba Ta can do. He can pluck and rotate the wrist and slap. When I teach this, normally I teach just a percussive brush down as you slap, but he, in this case, as we will see later with the harmonics, he plucks and slucks and taps. So if you're into doing this, you can do this. Otherwise, I've just marked this as a percussive down, meaning that you do the percussive slap and you brush down with your finger. So we're going to slide from 7 to 5, down to 5 and 3. So then after that, we're going to reach over into the 6th fret with our pinky finger. So this gives us 6, 5, and 3 on the 5th, 2nd, on the 1st strings. Then after that, we're going to pluck the 4th, 2nd, and 1st strings together. We're going to place our 2nd finger over into the 4th fret on the 5th string while muting the 4th string as well. And then we're going to percussively slam down on that. Okay, this part goes like this. I'm not super 100% accurate with the notes, but you can strum and the speed isn't too fast. So what we've done here is first we strum down on the 5th and on the 4th strings. Then after that, we're going to go up into the 3rd and into the 2nd strings. We're going to brush down on those. So it's going to be down, up, down. Mute the 4th string if you have to. This is 6 and 5, which we're going to go into 7 and 7. Mute the string again if you have to with one of the other fingers. So we're going to strum down, as I said, strumming down on the 3rd and on the 2nd string especially. And on the beat, you're going to let the open 5th strings down. Okay, then after that, you need to go and get eventually this configuration, which is 7, 6, 5, and 3. So your first finger is on the 3rd fret at the 1st string, and this is 5th fret, 6th fret, and 7th fret, going to 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings, respectively, like that. So that's how you're going to end up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, next after that, your pinky finger is going to go into the 5th fret on the 1st string, pluck that note, and then you're going to play this. Alright, so you pluck the 4th and the 1st strings at the same time, pull off from 5 to 3, move back into the 2nd fret, pluck the 1st string, and then pluck the D major chord. Then it's a percussive slap on the 6th string, 0 and then 2 on the 1st. Okay, then after that you're going to do this. Now this involves a hammer on from 2 to 5, while you're going to be getting your 3rd finger into the 5th string on the 4th fret. So you'll have to practice that. So, pluck those at the same time. Then after that, reach over into the 2nd fret and bar here in the 2nd fret. You're going to be barring on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. So you hammer, pluck the 4th string, and then brush down on those strings, the 5th, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. Then after your pinky finger, which was in the 1st string, will now be in the 2nd string, which is going to move from 5 to 7. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 to 7. Great. Move into B minor. So your B minor shape, pluck the 5th and the 2nd strings together. Strum down on the 2nd beat, pluck the 4th, and then pluck the 3rd strings. As you can see, I've removed my bar. Actually, I didn't really have a bar in the first place, but I've removed my 1st finger to place the 1st finger on the 3rd string at the 2nd fret. So this is 1, 2, and Alright, now we're going to place our 2nd finger into the 6th string at the 3rd fret, and you're going to hammer in from 2 to 3. So pluck the 6th, 4th, and 3rd strings together, and hammer quickly into the 3rd fret. Your index finger is going to go into the 2nd string on the 1st fret, pluck the 2nd string, pluck the 3rd string, hit, slide into 5, and then pull off 5, 3, and then 2. So this gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to play this. And then we're going to move all the way up to the 7th fret. So this is 7, 8, and 7. Reach over into the 10th fret with your pinky finger. Remove that chord that you just did, and now you're going to do, this is going to be 10 and 11. So like this, with the 4th string open. And then you can bar into the 10th fret because you're going to get the 1st string as well. Okay, so this was 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Keep moving down. Now you're going to have 10 and 9 and 10. Slide them down one more fret, and then you're going to brush down. So this is going to be 9 and 8, and then pluck the first string. And then immediately after that, we're going to do the second verse. If you are interested in more help with learning to play fingerstyle guitar, I have a premium course called Play Fingerstyle Guitar Now, which will teach you how to do all of the techniques that you will see in this video and more other things like that. The link is in the description, or you can go to my website, playfingerstyleguitar.com. Let's continue on with the tutorial. This second verse is going to start off much like the first verse did, so you can re-watch that section of the tutorial if you need. But you're going to start off much like you did the previous verse. Okay, then after that you are going to add in some percussive slaps on the second beat. We're going to do our slides from 4 to 5 again, the double ones. Now slap on the second beat. Now pluck the 6th string. Now do your harmonics at the 19th fret. Now, in this one, you need to get your harmonic at the 12th fret and simultaneously slap. You can either do the pluck and the rotation of the wrist like I showed you before, if you are able to do that, or I just do a percussive slap on the harmonic. Up to you, if you can get those. Alright, next after that, we are going to go into the 3rd string, and we're going to pluck the 3rd string with our 3rd finger in the 2nd fret, but you're also going to pluck the 6th string open. So, alright, now this time we get to pluck the 6th, 3rd, and 2nd strings at the same time. Then we're going to hammer in to the 2nd fret. Okay, so 0 and then 2. Next you're going to percussive slap on the beat. Next you're going to pluck the 6th string, and you pluck the 6th string again as you get your harmonic at the 21st fret, and then 19th fret harmonic, and then 19th fret harmonic on the 2nd string open as you attempt to do the percussion. Nice. Alright, next after that we place let's do our 2nd finger on the 2nd string, 2nd fret, then pluck the 5th string, like that. Alright, next after that we're going to get B minor. Alright, as we do this, make sure you just need to add a percussion on the 2nd beat. Okay, next after that we're going to pluck the 5th string and get the 21st fretted harmonic with the bar. Here's the part that's different, where you need to do this. Again, slapping or rotating. And then this part. So we're going to look at that. Now, the part that changes is where you slide from 3 and 4. So this is 4th fret, 3rd string. And then this is the 2nd string, 3rd fret. So you're going to slide quickly up 2 frets. Oh, right, you need to slap as you do that, of course. So pluck and rotate. Next, you're going to get a bar in the 7th fret. And you're going to pluck your 6th string, 7th fret after you do that. So pluck the 3rd and the 2nd strings together. Pluck the 6th string. And now this chart is tricky because you have to hammer into 9 and 10, and then you're going to play 7 and 7 again. I pull off 2 because I find it saves me time, but otherwise if you don't want to pull off, then you just pluck. Okay, so we have going once more. Let's do it from maybe from this part. Cool. Then after that, you're going to go and slide from 5 to 6. This is 6 and 5. Slide from 6, 4 to 6 to 4. So again, plucking and doing a percussive slap on the 6th string. You're going to pluck the 3rd and the 2nd strings. And then pluck the 3rd and 2nd strings again as you slide from 4 and 3, 5 5, 6 and 5, and 4 and 3. Okay, then after that, you're going to place your fingers into this dominant 7th shape, like I showed you, the E7 shape, and you have 1, this is beat 3, and 4, and. Great. Okay, this part is very tricky. This measure is very tricky. So plucking from, we've seen this anyways, so 6 and 5. Percussive slap. This part kind of sucks, but you need to have your first finger on the 4th fret on the 3rd string, and then your second finger on the 2nd string at the 5th fret, and your index finger goes from 4 to 5 to 4, and then you have to pluck quickly your 7th fretted note on the 4th string, which you get with your pinky finger. Then immediately after that, you pluck the 2nd string open, hammer into 2, and then 6th string open. Percussive slap, and then this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna finish the verse now doing our F sharp minor chord. So we're plucking the 6th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings together. Hammer into the 4th fret, and then percussive slap down on the 2nd beat. Now it's 6th and the harmonic at the 21st fret. Then pluck the 4th string with your 4th fretted note, and then remove the bar, and then 6th and 19th fret. Okay, next you just pluck the 1st string at 0 and 2. After that, we're going to hammer into the 5th fret. So hammering from 2 to 5. This part hasn't changed. Brush down. And this chord, 6, 7, and 5. And then this. So no change from that. If you are liking these sort of deep dives into fingerstyle guitar technique, I also publish regular fingerstyle guitar updates on my Instagram page or on my Facebook page. Not as regular as on my YouTube channel, but every so often you may see those, so be sure to go check those out as well. We're going to continue on and do the next half of that verse. So we have our full D major chord. And then after that, okay, so this part is where it changes a little bit. You're going to pluck the 6th string with your middle finger in the 2nd fret, and then you're going to slide from 3 to 2 all the way to 7 and 6. Okay, so we're going to pluck the 6th and the 3rd strings together, and you're going to have your 2nd finger on the 6th string on the 3rd fret, and then your index finger on the 3rd string on the 2nd fret, and we're going to slide up from 3 to 2 to 6 and 7, like this. So then after, your index finger slides underneath your middle finger and then slides back into the 6th fret, like that. Then after that, it's going to slide into the 7th fret, and you're going to do a percussive slap down, and then you're going to pluck the 6th string again. So that's what that looks like. Okay, this part we've seen. Alright, now here, instead of going right away to 6 and 5, we're going to stay in first position for the first beat and a half. So we have a down on our A major shape, strum down on the treble strings, strum and do our percussive slap, and now we're going to go way up into the 7th fret, sliding from 2 to 7, like that. I slide with my 2nd and 3rd fingers because I don't like to slide with the bar. I find it's too difficult. Like that. And then after, you're going to go and get 8 and 9. So this is 9th fret 3rd string, 8th fret 2nd string, and it's going to be down, up, and then down. Now this chord here is going to be 7, 9, and 8 on the 5th, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. Alright, and then after that, we're going to release that, and we're going to play this note on the 5th fret on the 1st string with your pinky finger. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then, alright, so when we get to here, we're going to pull off all of these, pulling off on the 1st string from 5 to 3 to 2, And then you're going to get a note that's on the 3rd string on the 2nd fret. I suppose you can do a bar. Then after that, you're going to do a percussive slap, sliding from 5 to 7 to 5, and then pulling off into 3. Now, it is possible for you to do these as entirely as slides, 5, 7, 5, and then 3, but I find they lose so much volume going from 5 to 3 that I just prefer to do it as a pull-off. So, like that, it sets me up better to do the next part, which is going to be this. So this is an A major shape, which we've done before, and this is 4th fret on the 5th string, and then 5th fret on the 1st string. So pluck the 5th and the 1st strings at the same time, pluck the 4th string, and then strum down, and then pluck the 1st string, which is going to be your bar here at the 2nd fret on the 1st string. Okay, then after that we're going to do this, sliding from 5 to 7 quickly with your 3rd and your 4th fingers on the 6th and on the 1st string together. Play B minor, B minor at the 7th fret. So you get rid of those fingers and then play B minor. Next after that you're going to play this. So you play the 6th string once, and then you play the 6th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings together. Hammer on from 9 to 10, and then you're going to do 10, 9, and 8 all as a pull-off as you do your percussion. So either pluck and rotate like Alip Ba Ta does, or do a percussive slap like Sung Ha-jung would do. After you do that slap, then you pluck the 6th string, and then it's 9 to 10, and then move up to 12. Let's do it from here. So sliding from 5 to 7. 2, 3, 4. Great. So this is the 12th fret, I guess, and then the 6th string open. I'm not sure if this is a harmonic, but you can do a harmonic if you like. I'm not entirely sure. Alright, next after we did to do this. So this is 10 and 9 on the 5th and on the 4th strings. Okay, once you do that, don't stay here because you need to get this note, which is in the 3rd string at the 4th fret with your 3rd finger. After that, you need to pluck the 4th and the 2nd strings together, having your pinky finger in the 2nd string. And then you're going to pluck and hammer on from 2 to 3 and 5 on the 1st string, and then move into the 7th fret and get the note which is on the 5th string at the 4th fret. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay, next part is the part everyone's waiting for you to do this run. What's kind of hard is coordinating it with your bass notes. What's what I find hard. So doing the run by itself is not too difficult, but plucking the bass notes at the same time and nailing that is a little bit difficult. So here's the run. So you're going to play an A major, which is a partial bar in the 2nd fret, and then you got your pinky finger on the 1st string at the 5th fret. So you quickly rasguiado strum down on that. On the 1st string you have 3, 2, 3, and then 2, 3, 2 as a legato. And then you're going to pluck the 2nd and the 5th strings at the same time with your pinky finger in the 5th fret. So that's 5, and then 2 on the 1st string, then 5 on the 2nd string. And then your 2nd string you're going to do 3, 2, 3. And then you're going to pluck the 5th and the 2nd string at the same time, doing 2, 3, 2 as a legato. And then you have to, the whole time you're going to be keeping your bar. I just removed the bar just to relax my finger. But then after that you have 4th fret 3rd string, then you have 2nd string, and then you have legato from the 3rd string, pull off to 4 to 2. So like that, holding the bar down the whole time. This is 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, then 0 and 5, 2, 5, 3, 2, 3, and then legato on the 2nd string, and then 4th fret, then 2nd fret, and then 4 to 2, if I just call out the fret numbers. Okay, then you rasguiado strum your A major chord, then on the 5th string we're going to go 2 and then 4. Okay, after that we pluck the 4th string open and all legato playing, you can do 2 to 4, hammer on the 3rd string. On the 2nd string, 2 to 3, and then if you hammer into 5, you're supposed to do a percussive slap. Like that. And then you do on the 1st string, 2, 3, and 5. Like that. Okay, then after that we pluck the 5th string, placing our 3rd finger into the 4th fret. You're going to pluck from 2 to 4, and then after you're going to pluck 2 to 3, and then hammer into 5 again as you slap. And then on the 1st string you're going to do 2, 3, 5, and then make it all the way up into the 7th fret. Once you've gotten into the 7th fret, that's when you can get your 3rd finger into the 6th string 7th fret. And then you're going to play a B minor, move back into 1st position, play these 2 strings, so this is 6th and 2nd strings, having your 1st and your 2nd fingers both in the 2nd fret. So pluck the 6th and the 2nd strings together, pluck the 3rd string, oh sorry, this is 3rd fret on the 2nd string. Then you're going to play like that. So pluck the 5th and the 2nd strings together and pull off 3, 2, 0, and then hammer 2 to 3, and then 3, 2, 0 as you do your percussive slap. And then after that you're going to pluck the 6th string, and then you're going to pluck the 2nd string, which is 2 to 3. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Next after we're going to go into E minor. You're going to pluck the 6th and the 1st string together, pluck the 5th string, break down. On the 4th string, do 2 and 4. Next, do 2 notes in the 5th fret on the 5th and on the 4th strings. Move your 3rd finger back into the 4th fret, play the 5th and the 1st strings at the same time. Next after, you're going to get a C power chord, like this. So barring into the 3rd fret, and this finger is 4th string, 5th fret. Percussive slap, play C major, pluck the 5th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings. Next your 2nd finger goes into the 2nd fret. Next you're going to play this, a C7 chord. So 1st finger, 5th string, 1st fret, and 2nd string, 1st fret. And then you're going to pluck all those strings. And then you get this note, which is 5 and 3, 6th and 5th strings, 5th fret and 3rd fret. And that launches us into the next part. If this is your first time here, my name is Brett Vachon, and most of the tutorials that I have are on this channel for Sung Ha Jung, but there are other tutorials for other fingerstyle guitarists, and this is the 2nd tutorial that I've done for a song by Alip Ba Ta. So there is another tutorial for River Flows in You, if that is something that interests you. Anyways, let's get on with the tutorial for Bohemian Rhapsody. We're going to do the fast part now. So this is the part where you're going to speed the tempo up slightly, and you have a lot more 16th notes to do. So this part that goes like this. And then that part. So we get started by going up into this is going to be for us without the capo in the 5th fret. We're going to have our major shape, so our major bar chord shape, which would be F over here, but we're going to transpose it up. So we need to first slide into 6 and 4, like this, 4th fret and 6th fret. Then after that we place, you can either do a full bar or a partial bar on the 4th fret, and you've got your middle finger at the 5th fret. And we're going to pluck the 3rd, 2nd, and 4th strings. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. This part like this, after this you need to go. Okay, so what we do is, keeping our bar shape in the 4th fret, this is 6 and 6, and we pluck the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings together. Next after that we go back into our major shape, so 5, 4, and 4. Pluck that twice. Next after that, shift everything back, and you're going to get this, which is 4, 3, and 4. So a small triangle shape, pluck that twice, and then move back up into 5, 4, and 4, and do that twice. Then repeat what you just did, so 6, 6, and 4. then 5, and then 4, 3, and 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then after that we're going to do this. Now, I don't pluck these, but you can pluck them if you will. So this is going to be 4, 6, 5, and 4. So you pluck those together. I just do downstrokes, but technically you're supposed to pluck them. Okay, so we're going to pluck the 6th, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings together. Then after that you're going to get this shape, which is an A major shape, but you're going to need your bar in the 4th fret, and then these fingers are all in the 6th fret, on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. So brush down on those. Then after that you go into your major shape, so plucking 6th, 4th, 3rd, and 2nds together, and then brush down again. Okay. After you've done that, you're going to do this. This is going to be 3, 5, and 4 on the 5th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. So pluck those together, move all of those back 1 fret, and play them again, and then move back into the 3rd, 5th, and 4th frets. Then after that you're going to place your pinky finger onto the 2nd string, and then you're going to quickly slide from 2 to 4 all the way to 4 and 6, like this. So this is on that 4th beat, and then after that you're going to pluck this chord, which is 4, 6, 6, and 5 on the 6th, 5th, 4th, and 3rd strings. Okay, so is how it's going to go. Okay, after you're going to slide back all 1 fret, and then you're going to play like this. You can mute the 5th string, but you want 1 finger on the 3rd fret. The pinky finger can stay on the 4th string, and then your middle finger is going to be at the 4th fret. So rake down on that. Then after that you're going to pluck the 1st string open, and then you're going to pluck the 3rd and the 2nd strings, keeping a bar here at the 3rd fret, and then you pluck from hammering on from 3 to 5 and keeping your middle finger at the 4th fret on the 2nd string there. So you have. Okay, now keep this shape. All you need to do is move your pinky finger up 1 fret into the 6th fret, and then place your 3rd finger onto the 5th fret and pluck this. So you pluck the 6th, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings, and then you just pluck with the fingers on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. Move back into F sharp or G flat major and do down, up, down. Then after that, move into this diminished shape. Oh, I guess, yeah, dominant 7th shape. So this is 4th string 1st fret, and on the 3rd string 3rd fret, 2nd string 2nd fret, and pinky finger on the 3rd fret. And pluck that twice, and then move into this can do, or this can do, or this can do. All you need is on 6th, 2nd, and 1st strings at the 4th fret. Great. Then after that, we're going to do this part, which is with your 3rd finger, you're going to go from 11, 12 to 11, and then 11. With the 1st finger, it's going to be 11, and then pull off from 12 to 11. I'm not too picky again. I don't mind doing slides, but Alip Ba Ta, if you want to do exactly what he does, it's a pull off on the thicker string and a slide on the smaller string. So we're going to do that a couple times. Okay, next after that we're going to shift into 6 and 8. And 6 and 8 are going to be on the 4th and on the 3rd strings. So you pluck the 4th and 3rd strings twice. Then you move up 1 fret to 10 and 7. So this is going to be 7 and 10. And then move back to 6 and 8. After that you're going to go into the 5th and then the 4th strings, going from 9 and 11 to 10 and 7, so like this, and then moving to 6 and 8. So, alright, then after that we're supposed to go into this. Now this is 11 and 10, but I think of this entirely without the capo because it's too confusing to me otherwise. This is E flat major, which is 12 and 11. Think of this if you need to. Okay, then after you're going to slide into 11 and 10, and then you're going to slide into 7. And you're supposed to only do slides, and I find that volume does kind of fade away, so you can pluck them twice if you would like. Then after that you need to do a pull off from 8 to 7 on the 4th string. Like that. After that we're going to do some palm muting, where you're going to have your bar on the 7th fret, and you're going to hammer on from 7 to 8 on the 4th string, and pluck the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings at the same time. So we hammer, then we play the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string together, and then we go back, and this is going to be 6th fret on the 4th string, and then both of these are on the 7th fret. And then you move back into 7, 7, and 7. So 1, 2. Next you're going to hammer from 7 to 9 and do the same thing. Okay, after that we need to do this, which is lots of fun. You can do lots of strumming. Make sure that you strum only the bottom strings, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings. So you have your major shape. This is a triangle shape at 7 and 8. So down, then you're going to go into 7, 7, and 5 on the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings. Down, up, move this down to 6, 6, and 4, go back up to 7, 7, and 5, and then redo that. So down, up, down, down, up, down. The order is slightly different. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and... Okay, great. Next after that, you're going to pluck the 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings. This is the 5th fret, and this is the 7th fret. Okay, then pluck the 1st string, slide from 7 to 9, and then you need to get into the 5th fret, which is here. But you also need a finger that's going to be into the 4th string on the 4th fret, which is like here. So, and then you, for some reason, the 3rd string sounds as well, but I don't think it's supposed to, but it does in the recording. Alright, so this is tricky to get these slides correct, especially because you are sliding from an open, more or less open position to a more closed hand shape, so that's tricky. So practice that at slow tempo. Okay, then next part we have this. Again, because your hand shape shifts from being open to more closed, you need to practice this at a slow tempo, but you have the 4th and the 1st strings together. This is 4 and 5. Then this is 2 and 4, so 2nd fret and then 4th fret. And then this is 0 and 2, 4th and 1st strings. Your index finger can pop down into the 1st string. Then it's going to pop over into the 4 and 5 on the 5th and on the 2nd strings, and slide these. Luckily they stay the same distance apart, so we can slide them. And then you're going to get an A major shape. Okay, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, after you're going to go into the 10th fret, which is 11 if you think without the capo. Play that note twice on the 2nd string. Okay, then you're going to hammer from 7 to 11 on the 1st string as you pluck the 3rd string simultaneously. Reach over and get this note on the 9th fret, 10 without the capo, on the 5th string, and then get these 2 fingers which are in the 10th fret. So 9, 10, and 10. Pluck the 5th and 2nd strings, then pluck the 1st string. Move these fingers back 1 fret, pluck the same strings again, 5 and 2, and then 1st. Move back 1 more fret, and then pluck the 1st string. Keeping this finger at the same fret, and these ones move back 1 fret. You have 1, 2. Okay, then after that, on the 4th string, we are simply going to go 8, 8, 7, 6, 6, 7. Okay, now we're going to do octaves. So it's going to be the same 8 and then 6 on the 1st string. So we have those 2. Shift back 1 fret, and then shift back 1 more fret. Okay, next we're going to do some power chords. Alright, so this is simply at the 5th and at the 7th fret. You go down, 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 down. And on the last down you can bar, so you get the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. And then keep this finger on the 5th fret. Okay, so that was, if you can get that clean. Otherwise, just do like that. The faster you play, the cleaner it seems with power chords. So next we're going to get to the part where there's these thirds. And then this. Which you will have to practice quite slowly to get it down pat. Alright, so what we're going to do is, first we're going to hammer in. We're going to pluck the 5th, 3rd, and 2nd strings together. This is at the 6th fret, and this is at the 5th fret. Pluck these. Hammer, double hammer into the 7th fret with your 3rd and 4th fingers. Okay, then after that you're going to pluck the 2nd and the 1st strings together. And then this is where you're supposed to slide back and somehow you're going to slide from 3 to 2 on the 1st string, and then you're going to slide from 5 to 3, but obviously you need to switch your fingers, right? So you have to kind of, when you're doing this slide back, actually tap in to make this note sound. So practice that. You need to be extremely precise with your fret movements, because if you do too far, then you will lose the volume of the sound. So we have our hammer, move on to the 2nd and 1st strings, back, and then play those 2 strings open. The 5th and the 1st strings open, and then your index finger and the 2nd string, 2nd fret. Okay, so that's 1, E, and 2, and then it's simply sliding from 8 to 10 on the 1st and the 2nd strings. Playing those 3 times. And then you can hold it or you can fall off, and then you're going to go into your power chords, which are going to be like this. This is 5, 7, and 7. So you play first the 5th, 4th, and 3rd strings, and then the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. Okay, so let's do that again. We do it twice. And then just for good measure. Okay, then after that you need to play this. So you're going to play a pull off from 2 to 0 on the 3rd string while plucking the 5th and the 3rd strings at the same time. Okay, then after you're going to play this. So this is the 7th and the 10th fret. Slide up 2 frets from that. So you're going to be sliding up from 5 and from 8. Then slide back into 5 and 8. Plucking always the 3rd and the 1st strings. I'm not sure if I made that clear. Okay, now go to here. This is 2 and this is 5. Plucking the 3rd and the 1st strings. Now we're going to go to 3 and 6. These stretches are difficult because they're wide and you need to be precise, and this is at a quite fast tempo and you are going to be popping over the strings, so try to keep the shape. Like before you get to this part from here to here, try to keep the shape the same, because you've calculated the fret distance is 2 frets, so try to keep that the same, so you just need to pop it over and that you don't have to adjust the width of your fingers. That should help you when you're trying to get more speed. So we do that, slide from 3 to 1. Okay, then after that we have a series of open fifths. Now, this is 6 and 8, but I'm going to think and watch for my dots, which are at 7 and 9. So I go down, down, 6, 4, then I go down 1 string each, 4, 3, then I go down 1 more string, and this is 4th and 3rd strings, going down on the 3rd fret and on the 5th fret, and then I go back to my power chords, my home base. This is 5, 7, and 7. Okay. So we're going to be plucking the 2nd and the 1st strings, like this. This is 7 and 5, plucking twice, go to 8 and 7, and then you're sliding back. You can't pull off on the 1st string, you're sliding back on the 2nd string, and then you do your sort of tap, if you will, into the 5th fret. Great. Great. Next after that, we're going to pluck the 4th and the 1st strings at the same time. So 0 and 2. Then after that, we're going to place our 1st finger on the 2nd fret, our 3rd finger on the 1st string, 3rd fret. Then go back to 0 and 2. Alright, now this is going to go like this. Okay, so sliding from the 4th and the 5th fret on the 5th and on the 2nd string, slide from that into 2 and 3, and then play this chord. So this is 5th, 3rd, and 2nd strings, which you play all at the same time. And then you're going to slide into the 12th fret, which obviously you're going to know what I'm going to say. It's the 13th fret. Alright, so at the right speed. It's more difficult, but that's your practice will get you at that speed. Keep the speed lower at the beginning to try not to panic too much in these 16th notes. You need to be relaxed. Like I said, it's a matter of keeping the hand in the same position, the same open position, and not getting too tensed up. Alright, so our next part, once you made it up this high, and then we're going to get into the double time part. Okay, so first, E flat major, this is 10 and 11, but obviously you're going to think 12 and 12 and 11, sorry. Strum down, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd and 1st strings. Play the 1st string twice. Next after that you need to do this. This is a unison note, but apparently you're supposed to also get it at the 10th fret on the 5th string, and on the 2nd string, this is at the 12th fret. But then after that you need to do this. Now I don't like this fingering because we're going to do this later, and you can do this with your thumb, which is what Alip Ba Ta does, but I don't use my thumb. So you're going to decide what you would like to do, but let's do it the way that he does. So this is 10 and 12. Then after that, I'm going to strum down 0, 8, and 7 from the 3rd to the 1st string. Play the 1st string note again at the 7th fret, and then go and play this. So your thumb is in the 9th fret on the 6th string, and then you're going to pluck 9, 8, and 9 on your 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings together. Pluck the 1st string again, and then strum down. I'm not sure how you're supposed to mute these 2 strings. If you're doing this like I do, you can easily mute them, so I'm not sure how you mute it with your thumb. Let me know in the comments. Oof. Okay, so that was that. Then after that you're going to go into the 14th fret, and you're supposed to cover on the 14th fret the 6th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st, but I don't bother with the 3rd string. Alright, so just pluck those 6th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings. Okay, so this gives us 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. Next after we need to do this. Okay, so again, I messed it up because I'm thinking this is 11, 9, and 8, but you can think 12th fret, your pinky finger in the 12th fret on the 4th string. So we have to strum down from the 5th all the way to the 1st string. On your 4th string, you've got your pinky finger at the 11th fret. On the 3rd string, you've got your middle finger at the 9th fret, and on the 2nd string, you've got your index finger at the 8th fret. So strum down those. Move down 1 fret with your index finger, and you're going to do like this. So 7, 8, and 7, and then slide back down to 5. And then you're going to pluck the 3rd and 2nd strings at the same time with your 6th and your 5th fret. Okay, then after that, you can remove this entirely. You're going to go up into the 12th fret, strum down from 5 to 2, and you're going to slide from 12, 14 to 12, and then 12 to 14 again. And then it's on the 14th fret, you're going to go down, down. Okay, so at this last down, I think you're going to have to get this note sounding like you bar at the 14th fret, and this note here is going to be all the way up at the 17th fret. Luckily, you don't have to be too precise with it, with the bar here, just as long as you're precise with this top note here is good enough. Okay, then after that we get some open A chords. So this is at the 2nd fret on the 4th and the 3rd string. Strum as a triplet, down, E, down, and then 2 and 4, and 4 and 6 on the 5th and on the 3rd strings, respectively, and then we head into the double time part. If you need more help with playing fingerstyle guitar, or if you want the transcription that I made to this particular song, it is on my Subscribestar page. So that's subscribestar.com/breadbashon, my name. And you will find transcriptions not only for this particular song, but for a whole bunch of other songs that I do. You can also check out my website, playfingerstyleguitar.com, for more tips and more tabs. Okay, let's get back to the tutorial. All right, so we go into the double time part. So this will used to be, say, your 8th note speed, where you'd have dum, dum. Then this becomes your quarter note speed. Okay, so you're going to have etc. This whole section there. Okay, so we start off doing our rasguiado strum on our D major chord, keeping our thumb curled around on to cover the 6th string 2nd fret note. So we have down. Next after that we pluck the 6th string, tap on the 2nd beat. 2nd finger goes over to get this low G note, 3rd fret on the 6th string. Then you're going to pluck the 5th, 3rd, and 2nd strings together, keeping your D shape, and you hammer into the 2nd fret, slap, and then slide from 4 to 5. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. After we get her back into the D shape, so pluck the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. Pluck the 6th string, curling the thumb around. Percussive tap, and then pluck the low G note on the 6th string 3rd fret. And then you're going to pluck 5th, 3rd, and 2nd strings, hammer into 2, pull off, and then percussive slap down, where you do the bass notes. Okay, so then after, we're going to do our same as the first measure. Okay, here we need to slide from 4 to 5 on the 5th string. So slide from 4 to 5 using your pinky finger. Then after that, you're going to get an E major chord, rasguiado strum down on that. Place your pinky finger over into the 4th fret on the 6th string, pluck that note, tap, and then it's going to be 5th string open, and then you're going to do this. Okay, so for the fingering, I'm going to use 2, and I'm going to tap into the 4th fret, so a hammer on, and then pull off back into the 2nd fret, and then it's a percussive strum down on the last beat. Oh, I plucked the 5th, 2nd, and 1st strings, if that's not clear. Great. Okay, the next part, I start by doing a percussive down as a power chord, blocking the 4th and the 3rd strings at the 2nd fret. Slide up all the way into 8 and 9. Now you should hear this. This is the 9th fret without the capo, so you can watch for that dot because you're coming in from quite a distance. So just watch for the dot. It's there for that. So we go keeping the same rhythm. So 1, 2. Next after that, on the 3rd beat, I'm going to pluck the 5th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. Next I'm going to move back into the 7th fret. At the 7th fret, I've got my 3rd and my 4th fingers. Percussive slap. Next I pluck the 5th, 3rd, and 2nd strings together. Next after that, I pluck the 5th. I'm at the 5th and at the 6th fret, so pluck the 3rd and 2nd strings. Slap, and then pluck the 3rd and 2nd strings again. Okay, reconfigure it, swap your fingers around. So because we're going to be sliding in from 4 and 5 to 2 and 3. So you're going to do this. Plucking the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings, you slide quickly into 2 and 3. Then you percussive slap down, and then pull off from 5 to 3 on the 2nd string. And then you're going to pluck the 5th and the 2nd strings at the same time. And you're going to hammer from 2 to 3 to 5. And then as you go 2, 3 to 5, then after you percussively slam down as you bar on the 2nd fret. So slam down 5th, fourth, third, and second strings. It seems kind of aggressive, but at that speed you can be more aggressive. Okay, then after that we pluck the fifth string open. On the third string you're going to pull off from 2 to 0 twice. Then you're going to play the note that's on the fourth string, second fret. And then after that you're going to play the note that's on the fifth string, third fret. And then slide from 3 to 5 on the fourth, third, and second strings and drop off after that. Like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Then after that we head back and we do this part again. Okay, this part is weird. Now Alip Ba Ta, what he does is when he's doing from 7 to 6 and 5, he can pull off from the second string as he slides with another finger. I can't do that. I just slide. So like I remove my finger and I don't bother trying to do a pull off as he does. But he's able to somehow like, I don't know, I can't do it. But it's like a pull off as you slide. At this, I just slide it back. So I'm sliding from 7 and 7 to 6 and 5. Okay, then I percussive slap and then I pluck the third and second strings at the same time. Okay, now I reconfigure to have my first finger here at 4 and 5, and I'm gonna slide down to 2 and 3. Next, I percussive slap on the beat, and then I pluck the third and the second strings together. Okay, going from 7 to 7 again, we have like that. All right, now I'm gonna do this. Okay, so I'm at the third fret here. I pluck the sixth and the first strings simultaneously, hammer into the fifth fret, and then on the second beat, I'm gonna slide from 5 to 7 as I rake across the third to the first strings. And then after that, I'm gonna do 3 and then 2 and then this. Okay, so this measure, the beats for this is 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope that makes sense. There's triplet quarter notes there. All right, next after that we're gonna pluck the sixth, third, second, and first strings, hammer from 2 to 3, and then this is your second finger on your fifth string, second fret, and I keep my third finger on the first string at the third fret, slide into seventh fret, and then get this E minor shape. Okay, so this is 7, 9, 0, and 8. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then this part again is like, excuse me, what I said before, where you have to slide and pull off at the same time. I'm unable to do that, so I do a double pull off. This is 7, 7, and this is 6 and 5. But he does like a slide and a pull off. I suppose it's not too difficult, but I do a double pull off. You can decide what you'd like to do. So we have our second finger on the third string, 7th fret, and our third finger on the second string at the 7th fret, and we're going to either slide or pull off like that into 6 and 5, and then you pluck the third and the second strings again, and then you percussive strum or slap down on the second beat. Great. On the third and on the fourth beats, we have 2 to 4, hammer on the fifth string, pluck the fourth string, second fret, and then percussive slap, and then on the sixth string, 3 to 2, and then eventually the open string. Like that. So we have 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, next part. Great. So this is plucking the sixth string. We're going to slide up again to 8 and 7, but this time we get to play the third string open. On the second beat, we percussive slap, pluck the third, second, and first strings together. Then after that, you're going to strum down. This is at the 7th fret on the 5th string, mute the 4th string. So strum down on the third beat. Then after that, you're going to pluck the third, second, and first strings together, slap on the 4th beat, and then pluck the third, second, and first strings together. Okay, and then after we have our part where we, this part again, so we have 7, 7 going to 6 and 5, and then pluck the third, second, and first strings together, and then slam down, and then pluck the fifth string open, and then you're going to hammer from 2 to 4, and then you're going to pluck the fourth and third strings together whilst barring at the second fret, tap on the fourth beat, and then pluck from 3 to 2. Okay, the rhythm here, 1. Let's do a bigger slide. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, great. Next we have some repeated notes here. It's like the only part of the song that has 2 repeated notes like that in succession. And at this speed, it's a little bit tricky. You've got to make sure you're using your walking fingers, which I talk about in the course Play Fingerstyle Guitar Now. So we pluck the 6th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. Pluck the 3rd and the 2nd strings again, and you've got your 3rd finger here on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. And after that, we're going to pluck twice the 2nd string. Then the 5th and the 1st strings open. Then you're going to pluck just percussively slam down an A major chord. Then after, this is E minor 9? Yeah, E minor 9. So you've got your 3rd and your 2nd fingers in the 2nd string and in the 1st string. Pluck the 6th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings together. Percussive slap. And then this. And then move into 5 and 3 and pluck the 5th, 2nd, and 1st strings together. Move back to 3 and 2. And then you're going to go like that. So this is just one finger in the 2nd string, 2nd fret, and then you pluck the 5th, 2nd, and 1st strings together. Or I guess it's down and then pluck the 1st and 2nd strings. Okay, now you're going to repeat the exact same beginning part of the double time, and then after that you do some slur scales to finish the double time section. If you haven't seen it already, be sure to check out the performance that I did of this song. It's a cover video that is on this channel, so the link will be in the description, and make sure you check that out because it'll give you a better idea of what the song is supposed to sound like once you're finished playing it and once you've finished learning it and you've mastered it. So let's continue on with the tutorial. So to finish the double time section, you will start off the same way as you started. This part you will have your E major chord. Alright, then after that on the 3rd beats you will pluck the 5th, 2nd, and 1st strings together, hammer into the 4th fret, and then on the 4th string you hammer from 0 to 2. So, okay, then after that we're going to pluck the 5th and the 4th strings together. This is in the 3rd fret. And then on the 3rd string you hammer from 0 to 2, and then tap, and then 0 to 2 again. Okay, then after we're going to pluck the 3rd and the 2nd strings together, pluck the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and then hammer from 0 to 1. Okay, then this part, you're going to pluck the 5th and the 4th strings together. On the 4th string, it's 0, 1, 3. On the 3rd string, it's 0, 1, 3. And then it's 1 on the 2nd string, 3 on the 3rd string, 1, hammer to 3, and then slide to 4. So if I do this again, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool, and then after that, I'm going to do like this. I repluck sometimes, but I'll do it without the plucking. So I have 3rd fretted note on the 6th string. On the 5th string, I have 0, 2 to 3, then open 4th, then 5th string again. On the 4th string you can 0, 2, and 4, 2 and 4 and 5. But like I said, I find it's a lot of legato without it restarting. If your legato is very good, mine fades out. So 0, 2, 4, and then I pluck again from 2 to 4 and then slide to 5. So I pluck on the beat, but you don't have to. So it's like that. After that, to finish the legato section, we pluck our 6th string with our pinky finger at the 5th fret. On the 5th string, we're gonna pluck from 2 to 4. On the fourth string, we're going to go 0, 2, and 4. Pluck the third string open, pluck the fourth string, and then pluck the third string again. And on the third string, you're going to go 2, 4, and 2 in legato playing. Cool, keeping a triplet rhythm. Okay, this part is fun. First, we strum down on an A major shape. Next, your middle finger is going to slide into the 3rd fret, and you're going to hammer into the 4th fret on the 3rd string. Move these up 2 frets each to 6 and 5. Then after that, go up into the 7th fret on the 3rd and on the 2nd string. So far, so good. Here's where it gets tricky. Okay, so this is 8 and 9, which you're going to slide, but then you need to go back to 7 and 8. And because we're far away from the capo, it's hard to judge, to where you are. So you may want to use the 9th fret with the dot. You may want to use this as a marker, and when you're here, like I have my 2nd finger, that's going to be on that dotted fret on the 9th fret. So that helps a lot. Okay, then after that we go into 10 and 9. Okay, this part here, you're going to pluck the 5th, 2nd, and 1st strings together, right? And then you have to slide back. This goes from 10 to 9, and then this goes from 12 to 10. So it's those things where you have to kind of pull off. And then after that, you keep going up to 12 and 14. And then you go and pluck the note that's in the 14th fret on the 3rd string, and then you go up until all the way to the 17th fret, plucking the 6th, 2nd, and 1st strings at the same time. And then on the 12th fret, you get to slide down. Luckily, you don't have to play this very fast. Okay, after that we are going to go into the final verse. If you haven't already signed up to my website, be sure to do so as well. If you haven't already seen my website where you can get more tips on how to play fingerstyle guitar, I also have a full course called Play Fingerstyle Guitar Now, which teaches you the basics and the more advanced techniques for fingerstyle guitar. So check that out, it's playfingerstyleguitar.com, and it was excellent help for this tutorial. Anyways, let's get back to the tutorial. I call this part the final verse, but I'm not even sure if it's an actual verse. It just happens to be the same tempo as the other verses, so I call it that. Nothing really matters. That's about the only words that I know the lyrics from the song. Okay, we're going to start off with our D major chord, plucking 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings in an arpeggio fashion. After that, we do a percussive slap as we hammer from 2 to 5. Now you shouldn't have too much of a difficulty hammering into the 5th fret. If you do, place your D major chord like this as a small bar, and then you're hammering from 1 to 4, which is less difficult than 2 to 4. Again, I don't find it's that big of a deal, but it's if you have smaller hands or I don't know what, then hold this as a bar shape. Okay, pluck the 5th string open. Next we're going to do this. Okay, then like this. I'm going to have my 1st finger on the 4th fret of the 5th string. I got my pinky finger on the 4th string at the 7th fret, my 3rd finger on the 3rd string at the 6th fret, and my middle finger is going to be on the 2nd string at the 5th fret, and I can cover it the 1st string as well. You'll see why in a second. So arpeggiate, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and then on the 1st string I'm going to percussive slap down, and then after that I'm going to play the 5th string and then the 3rd string open. Now I play this as just as an open string, and I have my index finger jump over into the 1st string. It's just kind of like a habit that I got doing, but I suppose the correct way is that. Now this open string that we played on the 3rd string, open, it's a cheating note because we need to get into this B minor shape, which is bar at the 7th fret, and 1 finger on the 4th string at the 9th fret. So we arpeggiate across that, 6th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and then percussive down on the beat, and then pluck the 6th string at the 7th fret. Okay, we slide into first position, and we're going to play this chord, which is hard because it's like your first finger and the 5th string 1st fret, and on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings you're supposed to have 4, 3, and 2. If you need to block instead of getting this full chord, I think that's allowed, but it's technically supposed to be all 4 fingers into this kind of awkward shape. So again, I'm for leaving things out that are too tough to get, but that's how it's going to be. Like this. It doesn't give you very much time to get your pinky finger in the right spot. So we have 1, 4, 3, 2, 0, strum down, and then on the last half of that beat you're going to quickly strum up and down and then get B minor. And then it's tap and then flick up. And then you're going to do that again. Cool. Alright, so after we're going to pluck the 5th and the 1st strings open. On the 6th string you're going to play 3 and then 2, and on the 1st string it's going to be 2 to 3 and then back to 2 and then up to 5. Great. Okay, now you're going to go up into this 9th fret, and you're supposed to do kind of like a bend on all of the strings simultaneously on the 6th, 2nd, and 1st strings. Then after that you're going to do a percussive slap while you get the 1st and the 2nd strings, and then your index finger gets this note at the 7th fret. Okay, then after that you pluck the 6th and the 2nd strings at the same time, and then you get this shape. So this is supposed to be F sharp minor. Okay, so you have a bar at the 9th fret, you've got your 3rd finger at the 11th fret on the 3rd string, and you're going to hammer in from 9 to 10. Then after that you're going to do a percussive slap down, where you're supposed to have a note here at the 11th fret. I can cover it with my pinky finger, but I just leave it, honestly. I just strum the top strings. I suppose I should have it. Anyways. Okay, then after that I pluck the 6th string at the 9th fret, and I'm going to come down all the way into first position. Now this chord, you can play it with your 3, 5, 5, and 4, but I use open strings. I really cheat in this part. Let's do it how it's supposed to be done. Okay, so we strum down on our 6th to our 3rd strings. Then we tap, and then we pluck the 6th string, and then on the 3rd string, this is, I don't like this very much, but it's 4 to 6 and all the way to 2. I guess that sounded okay, but sometimes I don't have, after going to 6 and then to 2, I lose the volume, so I repluck those notes. Sometimes that happens. I guess keeping the right number of pressure will be okay. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Alright, so now we're going to finish. We finish by doing an inversion. This part here. Okay, so I've got on my 5th and on my 1st strings, I'm going to pull off from 3 to 2 on my 1st string, while plucking my 5th string. Then play this note on the 3rd fretted note on the 2nd string, tap, pluck the 4th string, 4th fret, and then this is what happens here. So I pluck the 3rd string, from the 1st fret I'm going to slide into the 2nd fret, and then I pluck the 6th string after that, like that. And the inversion is because I've got my 1st finger underneath my 2nd finger. So you can probably see that, which I don't normally do. Okay, then it's tap, and then it's pluck the 6th string. Since you're already inverted, you can keep these fingers inverted like this for the next part. 5th and 1st strings together. My 1st finger is going to pull off from 1 to 0. After doing this, then I play the 2nd string, 3rd fret, tap, and then I'm going to, I guess I can play solo right now. Place my bar on my 2nd fret on the 2nd string, and then I'm going to play F sharp minor. So I play the 6th and the 3rd strings, and then 5th, 4th, 5th. keeping this bar, I'm going to do a B minor, play the second string, play the first string open, move up into the 7th fret, okay, and this is 4 and 3, and then slide into the 3rd fret while you play the 6th and the 3rd string. Okay, now you're going to reconfigure your, this is the bottom of a D major chord, but I need to cover the 4th and the 3rd strings with the first finger, okay? So I brush down all 5 strings, pull off from 2 to 0, slide from 3 to 5, and then pull off from 5 to 3 on the 2nd string. On the 3rd string, you're going to go from 5 to 7, and then 7 to 4, right? Like that. So, like that. And then I hammer on from 2 to 3. And that will do our coda. By the way, if you're learning the coda of this song, leave a comment and let me know. You're going to be probably one of the 1% that made it all the way to the end of this video. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. After that, I'm gonna go to here. This is gonna be 4, and this is gonna be 5, and 7, and 6. So I pluck the 5th and the 1st strings at the same time, 4 and 5. Then on the 4th string, 7th fret, and on the 3rd string, 6th fret, and then the 1st string at the 5th fret. Okay, I released everything. I'm gonna do this now. So first I pluck from 5 to 3 on the 1st string, pulling off, and pluck the 5th string at the same time. On the 1st string, I slide from 3 to 2. Now place your bar. This is a minor shape, but I've got a bar on the 2nd fret, and this is 4th fret on the 4th and on the 3rd strings. Okay, then I do this. So I'm sliding down a whole chord, as you can see here. This is 7, 7, and 5 on the 4th, 2nd, and on the 3rd strings. So pluck the 4th, 2nd, and 1st strings, and then slide down 2 frets each. It's the easiest way to think about it. And you have to keep pressure on those fingers because there's a lot of them. Okay, then after that, I'm going to pluck those same strings again, same 3 strings, and only slide down 1 fret each. Okay, like that. All right, now this last lick that you need to do, since you've already got your first finger on the 1st string at the 2nd fret, your 2nd finger is going to reach over into the 5th string at the 2nd fret. So you're going to pluck the 5th and the 1st strings together, reach over with your pinky finger into the 2nd string 4th fret. Okay, and now you need to do something this again. So you hammer from 2 to 4 on the 3rd string, slide into 5, slide back into 4, and then pull off the 2. So rake like this. When you rake, it's difficult not to get the other strings to sound. So be careful not to rake across too many strings because you don't want to have a huge like sound. So you have like that. All right, and then after that, I'm gonna finish on an E major shape. So first I hammer from 0 to 1 on the 3rd string as I pluck the 6th string open. Then I play the 4th string. Then I brush down on those top strings, and then I play the 4th string again. So, okay, and then to finish, you're going to do 5 and 3 on the 4th and the 3rd strings, pluck the 1st string open, move down to 4 and 2, and then pluck the 1st string open, and then E major again. So hammer from 0 to 1, and then your last harmonic is at the 12th fret, so you do a harp harmonic at the 12th fret, touching the node, which is 13 without the capo, and plucking the 1st string. That's the Bohemian Rhapsody. If you want to continue learning another song by Alip Ba Ta, I have a tutorial on this channel for River Flows in You. It's a very nice arrangement that he made, so I suggest that you go either check out my cover video or you can check out the tutorial for that song if it's something that you're interested in learning. Once again, if you like this tutorial, be sure to like and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you want more fingerstyle guitar tutorials in the future, and I will see you in the next video.